honestly. On this exact date, March 10th, 11 years ago, I had one of the most important games in my career. I was at Malden High School when we were playing T.L. It was the only game that my high school coach had announced to scouts that I was going to pitch. Didn't even think about it until I signed a release, I think, for an injury form for Dave early in case I got hurt speaking tonight. But when I saw March 10th, it sticks in my head. So it was the only game that they were able to tell the scouts I was going to pitch, and at the level I got to in my senior year in high school, matched with my opponent, Brooks Hall from T.L. who was also a major league prospect at the time. We had 83 scouts out of 30 teams, so apparently the teams didn't trust one person to come. But I fared very well, and it led to me being drafted by the Red Sox 4 months later, and my first appearance with them was in the instructional league in 2009 down in Florida. I had gotten a quick awakening to the fact that baseball had gone from a passion and a hobby to a career when my first game, I threw 2 great innings, was so excited to get back into the dugout, pick my phone out of my shoes, and call my dad and tell him how I pitched. And after I did that, my pitching coordinator, Ralph Truill, came over and quickly told me that I'm a professional now and I can't call my father in the middle of the game to tell him that I did well. But it is really neat when your hobby becomes your career. I enjoyed it. I was fortunate enough to play for a really long time and even got to play in my hometown, The Drive, in 2012, 2013. I had a story there. I had a great game through 6 innings when I was a starter in 2012. I believe Carlos Fabus was the manager. He came over after the game, and my roommate, one of my best friends, was sitting beside me. He's listening in just naturally, so close to me. And Fabus, in his broken Dominican English, love that dude. Because, Youngie, that was a great game tonight. Awesome job, keep rolling, trying to motivate me, because at the time I was struggling a little bit. And my buddy next to me adds in a little, great token of note. Yeah, it was awesome. He was cutting the grass earlier at his farm. So it quickly went from a compliment to getting a little bit more serious with Fabus as he brought me in the office to make sure I wasn't taking Greenville for granted and getting too comfortable. Spent another 4 years with the Red Sox before getting signed by the Braves in 2015. Went to my first big league spring training and started to feel what it felt like to be at the top level, and made my debut in 2016, that summer. I was in Durham, North Carolina, and I was actually in my hotel room putting into a glass whiskey cup that is in your hotel rooms. And I got a call from my manager, and it was one of those things where right when I saw his name on there, I didn't even answer it for a second. I was just trying to think of what I did wrong that he could have possibly been calling about. Couldn't think of anything, so I answered it pretty confidently, and he said, "Will you come down to the lobby?" And so then I once again started to think that I did do something wrong. I got down there and he sat down all serious, confirming my thoughts, and he slowly broke it to me that I was getting called up to the big leagues, and didn't sleep a lick that night. So I made a 5 o'clock flight from Durham to Atlanta, connecting to St. Louis because we had a day game. Went straight to I changed clothes in the airport because I didn't have nice enough clothes to walk into a big league clubhouse at the time on the road in Durham. First person I see when I walk into the clubhouse is my cousin. My cousin, four of us cousins played professional baseball, so it wasn't bragging rights around the Thanksgiving table. Grandma was never impressed. So, we're tearing up a little bit, embracing and a hug. Really cool moment. Went out there and had a great first game against the Cardinals. Get back after the game, get in the clubhouse, had steak from Ruth Chris, a little bit different from your typical AAA spread. The Drive do a great job. Thanks, Eric and Wilbert. Wilbert does not cook for the players, unless they change that, which would be great. So we had steak right there after the game, and jumped right on the plane to go to Milwaukee for the next series. Had steak again on the plane, because you never know how long it's going to last. I've got teammates that have gone up. I was lucky enough to pitch in my first game there, which I got that over with, had a good game. But you got teammates that go up there, first of all, they never pitch, they might even get caught up with the uniform on, but never get activated. So I'm like, I'm taking advantage of every piece of this. And I landed in Milwaukee after 2 steaks and got a text that there was going to be a bullpen meeting at the steakhouse downstairs. At this time it became a challenge. It's like, I can do 3. And I managed to do it. It felt like an accomplishment. It was a lot of accomplishing in one day. First big league game, 3 steaks. First hotel room to myself playing baseball instead of having a roommate snoring. It was a really good day. Went on to play for the Dodgers, the Giants, and back with the Dodgers, and had my moment of being released in 2018 with the Dodgers. I had tried to lower arm slot and was having a little bit of success, ended up with a little bit of a minor injury, and it just didn't work out, so it wasn't worth them continuing to pursue it with myself. I went on to pitch in a game. Manager called me into the dugout and to his office afterwards, and him and the GM of the Dodgers were there. I've played for 10 years. I've kind of got the feeling and got an idea of what's going on at this moment. And they said, "Youngie, we got to release you." And I understood. I mean, baseball's a business. We see it all the time, and I was lucky enough to achieve most of my dream inside the sport, and very thankful for that. But all the emotions come up to you at that moment. You know, you start to feel every bit of it. It's like you flash 10 years of your career right in front of your face. I don't know what happened after that. It wasn't really important to me. But I started to walk out the door, and the GM, Brandon Gomes for the Dodgers, calls me back into the clubhouse. Into the manager's office. And he goes, "Youngie," and I go, "Yeah." He goes, "I just gotta let you know that over the past 2 years, we always talk to the team, the managers, get a feel for our players. You know we brought you back. You know we like you. Do you know why?" I said, "Well, I work hard, a good athlete." He goes, "It's because everyone on your teammates said you were a badass teammate." And that kind of really sunk in, and I said, "Thank you for telling me that," and walked out. And I spent probably an hour in the dugout, still in my uniform, just kind of soaking it all in, because I realized that was probably the end of my career. You have moments like that, and I think all the trophies that I could have gotten or rings that I got along the way, I don't know that I'll really hang on to those as much, but the words that Brandon Gomes said to me is something that I'll share with anybody that I ever meet and ask me about my career. That's the thing that I'm most proud about throughout my career, and very thankful for baseball and the things that it's taught me in life from here on out.